Right now at the Jacksonville City Hall, local advocacy organizations are holding a rally prior to the Duval delegation meeting, calling on the Florida legislature to address key issues. And that's where we find On Your Side's Cheyenne Cole. So Cheyenne, what groups are there this afternoon?
Well, we've got several here, and they are still talking behind me on the steps of City Hall here, as you can see. We've got the North Side Coalition of Jacksonville. We've got Florida Rising, Moms Demand Action, Florida Voices for Health, Families for Strong Public Schools, and Equality Florida. And they're all here for one reason, as you said, Katie, to demand change from legislators locally and across the state. Now, there are a few different issues that they're focusing on. A few of those are health care, democracy and voting rights for all, and gun violence protection. They've been chanting on the steps of City Hall, power and people. So one of these things that they are talking about is a call to action. They want people to get out and vote this year. They also want to tackle affordable housing. They say housing is not a partisan issue. It's a basic human need. And they say Floridians are being forced to move while shelters are filling up. They're calling on elected officials to remember that they are the people who put them in office. They're saying they have to do something to protect the community so that they can afford to live here. Now, Moms Demand Action is here talking about gun violence, and she says that it is the #1 killer of American children and teens. She says it's a public health crisis, and they are pleading with legislators to work across the aisle for change this year. They want to strengthen gun laws, including secure storage, instead of rolling them back, as Moms Demand Action says that they did last year. We also have Florida Voices for Health saying that 11% of Floridians are uninsured and delaying health care due to high costs. High insurance premiums, they say, are making people leave the state. And we also have Families for Strong Public Schools here talking about the Department of Education's changes to African American Studies curriculum from earlier this year. They're calling on them to reintroduce legislation to protect students and have truth in education. Finally, we also have Equality Florida. The woman who was speaking says her own transgender son is going to be moving out of the state soon because he doesn't feel free here. She says that people, LGBTQ members, should feel free to live in Florida without discrimination. But overall, the #1 message here right now is unity. All of these groups say in order to make this change, they are going to have to come together, stick with it, and get out and vote. Tonight at 5 and 6, I will have much more on this. For now, reporting live in Jacksonville, Cheyenne Cole, First Coast News, On Your Side.